Hi everybody and welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Bee and I play a lot of Animal Crossing and other cozy games. Today we are starting a brand new island in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So while I tell Timmy and Tommy what my name and birthday is and what I look like, let me tell you a bit about what this island is going to be like. For this island, I chose the theme Spring Farm Village, and I do want this island to be a no terraforming island. And I also want to try to keep this island more simple or even minimalistic than any of my previous islands. I just deleted my previous and unfinished Fantasy Core island Asterion a few minutes ago, as this project kinda didn't go as planned, so I am just a tiny little bit heartbroken at the moment, as I kinda learned to love that island, so now I simply want to start from scratch and enjoy the beauty, simplicity, and flexibility of Farm Core. I also do think that no terraforming is just the thing to do after an island that was fairly intensive when it comes to landscaping, or rather waterscaping in that case. And part of my more laid-back and simple approach to this new island is that I haven't planned all that much, so I do not have any specific requirements when it comes to the map, apart from that it needs to speak to me in a way, as I won't be able to change it at all after. Alright, here we have the first set of maps. I definitely do want a large peninsula, so this would be the only option. It does have, let's call it Butterfly Rock, so that's not great. And then I don't have too many requirements, but I think this resident services is a little bit too close to the airport, and I also don't love that the peninsula is so close to the back of the island. And then for the others, I don't love the peninsulas, so let's just re-roll right away. Alright, next set of islands. Kind of not great. This one here could be worth a try, but it's kind of the same problem. We have the peninsula in the very back of the island, which I don't love. And then resident services is quite close to the airport. I do love that we kind of have two separate cliffs, basically, and not just one large piece. But I think the distance between resident services and the airport should be just a little bit larger. So let's re-roll again. All right, here we go again. Apart from Butterfly Rock, this one doesn't look too bad. And then here, unfortunately, this one has two south-facing river mouths, which I don't love. I don't like this peninsula. And then this one here I think is okay. Not my favorite peninsula, but I think you can kind of work with this one. The thing is, as this is supposed to be no terraforming and farm island, I kind of am looking at an island, or I want an island with large, let's say flat areas, where I could possibly create larger fields and crop areas and stuff. I haven't planned out the island a lot because I really want this to be a very calm step-by-step kind of project where I can let the island evolve step by step without too much effort and planning. But I think this one here, even though it kind of looks cute, might be too limiting. I could have a look at this one, but I kind of feel like it might have the same issue. We have very awkward spaces behind and to the right of resident services that are probably too small for anything really. I think, let me have a look at it. We'll see. I would love a yellow airport, but I think green, I think any could work. Yellow would be the best in this case, I think. But I would accept any. I don't really want oranges. My favorite fruit for this one would be pears or cherries. And then we'll see. The villagers I know don't really matter, but I have to say it's always hard for me to stick with an island with very bad starter villagers. Okay, so I cannot see the fruit. Okay, it's oranges. That's not great. But the space behind and to the right of resident services is a tiny bit bigger than I thought it would be. Let's have a look at the airport and the villagers, but oranges unfortunately is not great. Okay, it is a yellow airport though. And then the starters are also really decent. I mean, I don't think any of them would stay, but Rolled is really cute, and so is Plucky. I think she's the best chicken. Okay, oranges is really not good. I have to admit. But they only appear in my passport, so maybe it doesn't matter. We have a little pond here, so that's cute. Let's check the distance between the airport and resident services. I think that's a really good distance. That's actually really good. And then this space here is not great, but it definitely is a good spot for a bridge maybe. And then in the back, it could also be used for something, some small build, maybe not a farm, but something. This was the little pond. I kind of definitely want to do at least one neighborhood with 3 or 4 houses. And then I'm also planning to have all of the other houses in sets of at least 2. That means I need some larger areas, but this is really big. I think whenever I look at the map, I usually underestimate how large the maps actually are. So I think this could work. I wish they were not oranges though. But I think if I yeet this, I might regret my decision later. So my flower is pansies. That's okay. It doesn't really matter though. I cannot access my peninsula from here, right? Now I don't remember if it was actually a good one or not. Yeah, it actually is my favorite peninsula. Should I keep this? I kind of wish I could have a look at the map, but that won't be possible. But I kind of have a good feeling about this. It might be the decent villagers also, but I think we're actually keeping this one. So let's talk to Tom Nook. Alright, is that everyone? I think it is. We have a chicken, we have a penguin, and then there's me. We're all here. Very good. Let's see, how shall I begin? Welcome everyone. My name is Tom Nook, and today is our first day on this very new island. I have to say I have high hopes for this new island, and I kind of have high expectations. I'm hoping that I can lower these, because that's kind of the point after failing my last project, Asterion, which was kind of hard to admit. I kind of want the opposite. I want this to be a low expectation, very low brain juice and effort kind of island. So let's see how that turns out. Did I only get the minimap? Yeah, there we have it. So I'd say the only negative thing about this map, apart from the oranges, is PP Rock, but I think I can kind of live with that. It would have been cool to have 1 or 2 larger rocks along the beaches. Kind of like that, but it's not too important. And then we have 2 small ponds. I could maybe use the one to the right. The minimap appears if I walk. The one to the right for a small neighborhood area. That would be kind of cool. Let's put down our tent first of all, somewhere on the beach, maybe just down here. That should be more than enough space, right? Yeah, but not like that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Yay! I set up my tent. Amazing. There we go. Then let's see. Do we help the others right away? I think so. I rolled. Can I help you? I need to make sure I don't misclick. Oh, that was actually a misclick, but it wasn't too bad as it didn't have any consequences. I remember on Asterion my failed 30-day challenge island that you never got to see. I misclicked so many times. Okay, he can live right here. Too close to the water. Okay. Let's scoot over a little bit. And then there we go. Nice spot rolled. And close to the airport too. Let's see, where's Plucky? There she is. I'm kind of bothered by the oranges, but I'm gonna get over it, right? I mean, the point of this is kind of that it doesn't have to be perfect. So this is just me training to accept, or practicing to accept the imperfection of this island. Alright, Plucky, you can be Rold's neighbor. There we go, nice. This is the spot. Yay! Those are so cute. I love the tent stage. Let's throw an island warming party. So I suppose we need to go get some sticks and some fruit. I think, yeah, we need to check in with him first. Hello. 10 branches, and I think he'll ask me to get oranges after, but we can do it right away. Alright, I think I got far more than I needed, yeah. But let's hand over the 10, and then I already got like 500 oranges that he hasn't even asked me for yet. Oh, he only wanted 6? I think I shook all of the trees that I could access at this point. But I mean, I'll need to sell them, so that's fine. And just like that, it's nighttime. It's gonna be sad once the beginning music is over. I love it so much. Allow me to properly welcome you to the new island. And I have no doubt that with hard work and perseverance, we'll shape this deserted island into... I suppose we can't call this a deserted island anymore. No, we can't. I have to say, I actually had a really, really hard time to choose between 2 names. And it's still kind of hard for me to type this in because the other option I think was at least as good. But this island's name is going to be Cresco. This is the Latin word for I grow. Probably pronounced very differently back in the day in good old Italy, I guess. But we're going to call this island Cresco, which I think is really cute. I like the sound of it. And I like the meaning. I mean, the whole growth kind of thing is supposed to be a farm island, and then also in spring where everything is kind of unfinished and still growing. It's not harvest season yet. And then the kind of personal growth, you know, like trying to change and improve my decorating style and getting over my disappointment of what happened with my 30-day challenge Asterion. But yeah, that's about it. And then let's have a very, very yummy orange juice with our oranges from Cresco. So sweet. There we go. Everybody's still celebrating. So cool. I'm kind of content with this island, especially having 2 fairly cute starters is always good. It's always a good sign. But unfortunately, I think I'm not gonna stay up for long. So let's check in with Tom Nook so he can hand me our camping cot. Thank you. And then let's just head over to our tent and see which customization option we got. Not that it matters, but I kind of like to see. I enjoy the beginning of this game so much. I was really looking forward to restarting. Of course, it wasn't under the circumstances I had hoped for. The idea was obviously to finish Asterion within the 30 days and then start a farm island. The original idea was to finish Asterion within like maybe September, latest October, and then start a fall farm island. But that didn't happen for many different reasons. And now it's January and I still wanted to do something farm related, but I thought it would be weird to start a fall island at this point. So this is going to be a spring island instead. And I'm really excited about restarting, and I'm hoping that I can soon get over the fiasco of what happened with Asterion. Hello there. Hey, good morning. Oh, Tom Nook's here already. Ready to hand over my bills. Oh, I have so many oranges to sell already. Yay. Hey there. So while he chats and hands me over our itemized bill and explains miles and stuff, you might remember my, well, if you know my channel, then you might have watched my original Animal Crossing Let's Play, where I created my first complete island, Quinoa. I'm actually still missing the final island tour. I have recorded one, but then kind of lost the footage, so I need to record one again, and I'm definitely going to upload it. So You are going to see the finished result of Quinoa very soon, I promise. Because I started that one here on YouTube as a pretty slow-paced kind of let's play, including also the early gameplay and so on. And then later I also started decorating stuff on my own, offline, and sometimes even over on Twitch. So that progress was not included in the videos here, but I definitely will record a full island tour, so you get to see Quinoa in its entirety. However, this time, this is going to be a little different. I'm not going to record all of the gameplay, like the grinding and so on. Getting to 3 stars maybe, but further than that, maybe not. I'm definitely going to use treasure islands. We're not going to have to flatten the island, so that's good. And also one difference you might have noticed if you watched at least some of my original Let's Play. I'm not using a camera on this one. This is also part of the trying to keep it as simple as possible thing, because I feel like with my daily life being so busy, it's always a little bit of a struggle to sit down and record, because I feel like I need to take some time to prepare, and without a camera at least I don't need to worry about if my hair looks good or if it's recently washed or if my skin looks good or if I need to put on some makeup and so on and so forth. I don't need to worry so much about lighting and so on. It just takes a little bit of the effort away from the entire thing. So I decided that maybe at this point and for this project, this is a really good way to lower the complexity of the project. Oh, I cannot learn DIYs yet. Right. That was a thing. Let's maybe drop this right here. It's a very cute one. And then let's see. Hi, Rolled. I think he's gonna give me a hat or something. Right? Yeah. An explorer's hat. Do we always get either an explorer's hat or the sports cap? Is that what it's called? Might be. I think it's the only ones I've ever gotten. Cute. Thank you, Rolled. And then let's see. Plucky, I think, is gonna give us... was it the leaf umbrella DIY? Let's see. Yeah. Okay, but I cannot learn it yet, so I suppose I need to go and participate in the workshop. As I have not decorated too many islands yet, I haven't restarted that many times, so I do not know all the steps by heart. In total, this is like my 5th island, I think. I had 2 islands before starting content creation. One, my first island that I never finished and never really had a theme for or something, was called Rapa Nui. I started that a few days after the release when I got the game. And then with the 2.0 update, I started my 2nd island with no theme that I never finished, which was called Maui. And then when I started content creation, I started my island Quinoa, which is the first one and so far the only one that I've ever completed. So there's that. I do have a DA uploaded for that one. I hope I can remember to put it in the description box in case you want to visit it before I uploaded the tour. So what did he want me to do? Can we participate in the workshop already? I think we'll need to craft... What's the first thing we get to craft? A campfire or something? But we can definitely craft a net and a fishing rod right away, right? Okay, I do have enough tree branches. He doesn't want me to craft a fishing rod, so let's do that right away. It's gonna come in handy anyways. There we go. Alright, what are we gonna get? I think these are the first few furnishing pieces and also the net. Well, and the application, of course. Okay, then we can learn the leaf umbrella DIY and the workbench DIY. And then I don't have too many branches left, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to craft anything else. But I'm gonna check anyways. No. We'll need tree branches. I cannot get that yet. Well, weeds and tree branches, basically. While I collect some things, of course we're just a week and a half away from the 3.0 update, which, oh my god, that was a surprise. I was really excited about it when it was announced. Now we do have some more information. I have to say I'm not as excited anymore, simply because I feel like as we're not able to have additional design codes or additional villagers or the like for the Slumber Island, and they cannot be uploaded as a DA either. I feel like it doesn't really make sense that they exist. I don't really see myself using them as much. It might be cool if you have like a Forever Island or so with an almost full catalog and so on. Then you can kind of maybe use the mini island feature to, well, create mini islands. But then what's the point if you can't even upload the DA? I don't know why they chose that. Why? I don't really see myself using it anymore. And then the hotel thing, I don't really see the difference between the hotel and the DLC that we already have. And then also for most of the themes that I prefer, I would like to not have another large building on the island. So I don't know, I'm not as excited anymore as I was. I mean, what's cool is bulk crafting and tree storage and stuff, and flower storage. I think those are good quality of life features. But I'm not too excited about any of the larger features anymore, I have to say. Even so, I thought it was a good moment to start the island because, of course, we can still use any new features and items that come out with the update in a bit more than a week. Also about the season, this is currently set just after cherry blossom season is over. It's supposed to be a spring island, so I think it's going to be anywhere between, well, the 11th of April and end of May. I haven't fully decided yet. I might also try the days just before cherry blossom season, but I think I kind of like this shade of grass. I was thinking about using the cherry blossom season. I love cherry blossom season. But Asterion, my 30-day challenge island, was set in cherry blossom season. And I'm still hoping that at one point I can bring that island back. Maybe not as a 30-day challenge, but just in general. Then I don't know if I want to build 2 cherry blossom season islands. And then also it didn't feel right. I haven't processed the whole Asterion fiasco yet, so I think this is just gonna be a green spring island and not a cherry blossom season 1. I don't have too many tree branches. I kind of haven't been getting any, and I picked up all the ones that have fallen from the trees already. I could technically start catching some fish. I usually like to complete as many things as possible, meaning all the miles, redemptions, and as much of the museum as I can without like too much effort. I've never completed the museum, only the fossil part, I think. But of course, for this one, we're not gonna do that. I'm gonna try and focus on the decorating. This first and maybe second episode, depending on how it goes, will definitely be a bit more slow paced, and of course it does include some of the early gameplay, but in the future I'm gonna cut that out like any of the daily tasks that I do and grinding and so on. I'm not gonna record for YouTube, but this early game, of course, is kind of about getting to 3 stars before we can actually start decorating. And then I'm definitely gonna hunt for some codes. I'm gonna try and not overdo it, but I definitely need some path codes to work with, and I do want some farm related codes, maybe for decoration, and just a few fillers. I do want to use the light dirt path, in-game dirt path, as my main path, and in order to be able to use it diagonally, I'll have to look for that very common code where you kind of can, I don't know how to explain that one, but where you can like hover half of the tiles so that it looks diagonal, if you know what I mean. If not, you'll see it once I get to that point. And then maybe I'll also get 1 or 2 additional path codes to use for like smaller pathings. And then we'll just see. I haven't too much planned out yet. And then same thing with the treasure islands. I will probably go to some of my commonly used treasure islands. Some of them are sorted by theme. So there's definitely a farm core and a spring core section on some of those. I'm gonna just walk through and see what I can use, and then I can still customize those to get like a consistent color palette and so on. And I'm definitely gonna get like crops and flowers and so on. I have learned on my last 2 islands, including Sanctum, which is still in progress, but also Asterion, that I kind of feel like it's better to focus on just a handful of flowers instead of using the entire variety. That's what I did in the past, and on Sanctum I kind of felt like it made everything feel so busy. So what I want to do is focus on, well, we're definitely going to use green mums, and then I'm thinking white cosmos maybe, and then yellow flowers. I haven't decided which type yet. I'm gonna have to see which ones I like. Yeah, so I'll just focus on a handful of flowers, and then kind of just use those, maybe 3 or 4 different ones. And then of course if I want to do like a, let's say, lilac farm, then I'd use purple hyacinths there, but not like flowers as decoration in itself. There I would like to focus on maybe only a handful. Okay, what can we do at this point? Can we maybe sell some things and then see what the next bigger step in the story is? I think I can sell things with Timmy. Okay, he wants me to purchase something first. Well, both of these are really ugly. I'll probably purchase them so that they can build the shop. I prefer the looks of the small shop, but it's always been too much an effort for me to keep museum and shop in their smaller stages. I kind of don't want to have to focus on that. So I'm not gonna do it. We're just gonna have them build their shop, and then also the museum. I'm not gonna keep it in a tent, I think, even though I really like the way it looks. All right, let's buy these 2 items. I don't like them, but we do need to put down some items to get closer to the 3 stars at one point, so we'll just get whatever they offer. And then is there anything else that I can do for Tom Nook at this point? Ah, right, he wanted me to donate some creatures, so let's give him whatever we have. I think we need to give him 5 so that he calls Blathers, is that right? Yeah. I mean, I could also see if I have a good spot on the beach, maybe, where I could put down the museum tent, and then I could maybe keep it in a tent. But I'm not sure. I could maybe find a good spot so that I can keep the option to leave it in a tent. Because if I put it down wherever, then I'm not even gonna have the option later. I wish I could hand over several at a time, but I do understand they don't allow it at this point because we kind of get a reward for every single one that we give him. Like DIYs and so on. Yeah, I have. Oh. No, maybe I haven't. I think I've only ever created the fishing rod. Oops, I forgot. Alright, but here we got the axe, which is actually important because only with the axe can I create the DIY workbench recipe that we found. I mean, the sad thing about not upgrading the museum is that I cannot get the cafe, right? Ooh, we got flowers. I think windflowers. The seeds that we get, is it the same flower that we already have on the cliffs in the back of the island, or is it a different kind of flower? I mean, I'm most likely not gonna use red flowers on this one, because they give me more of a forest and farm core kind of vibe. But I'm definitely gonna plant them for the 3 stars, and it should give me miles as well. And there we get the watering can, also very important. Okay, and then I think the next one might already be number 5. Maybe only number 4. Not sure. I didn't count. Yeah, it was number 5. Blathers is already calling. Very good. Splendid timing! I'm currently stationed on Cresco. I didn't misspell the name, right? I think I never checked. But it did look fine. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting, but Blathers is coming. Meaning there's probably not much else that I can do today, right? So I have to time travel to the next day. But let's see. First of all, I'm gonna collect the miles and maybe craft a few things. Okay, then let's see where we could put Blather's tent, where it could technically stay. I think there's... Wish we could hop over to the other side, because that would be maybe the only spot where I could keep it. Like just to the other side of the river from where from where my house is. Let's check the other beach location here to the left. I mean, this would have also been good, but now we have the houses there. Cannot change that. Oh, I think I can maybe put it down here, too close to the tent. Oh, I should have put those in the smaller spaces. I could put it here. It's really narrow though, so maybe let me go a little further to the left if they'll let me. Maybe as far to the left as I can. Ah, but then... No, I'm not sure this is gonna be a good spot. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I mean, I can put it down here, and then if I don't like it, I'm just gonna have to upgrade it. That's fine. There we go. I can still check later if I like the spot or not. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down the fish and stuff that I haven't donated yet here in the back. In case I choose to donate them, then I can still do so. And it will count for the 3 stars, so win-win. And then let's proceed to planting the flowers. Maybe just here, doesn't really matter where. I am gonna plant them in the flower crossing kind of pattern, just in case, even though I'm gonna get most of the flowers I need from Treasure Islands, I think. Didn't he want to teach me the watering can recipe? Oh, he has, but I don't have the wood yet, of course. I can change that. I can also catch some bugs for miles and to put them down as an object. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. My first butterfly. Alright, already put my handful of objects that I've obtained down. Let's maybe also put the picture over here so it's not in the way. And then I do want to craft another axe to get more wood. And I want to check in with Tom Nook because I've put down the tent for Blathers and I want to see if there's anything else we can do today. It might be that we just need to skip to the next day so that Blathers can come to Cresco. Yes, I did find a good spot for him. He might stay there. We'll see. I mean, if I upgrade the museum, then I'll have to think of a way to include it into some build that suits the theme. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet. Oh, I can only make 1 axe. I wanted to craft several, but well, this has to be enough then. Oh, I also can write something on the bulletin board. And I should get some miles for that. Whoa, it's gotta be enough. Let's see how much we get for that. Oh, and if I change some info on my passport, I think I should get some. Did I need 5,000 exactly or a little bit more? Let's see. Your passport information. Yeah, I wish it weren't oranges, but we can definitely change the title. Let's see. Carefree wallflower. That's cute. And then the comment. I'll definitely have to change this before uploading the DA. Let's grow together. Cute. Done. Do I get miles? Yeah. Right, I think that should be enough for the house, right? Can I use this machine yet? The terminal, the Nook Stop, that's the name. Well, for the banking and the Nook shopping, yes. But probably no Nook Mile redemptions yet, right? Or can I redeem miles? I mean, I shouldn't. No, not yet, not yet. But let's see. Oh, I wish I could get this. I'm not getting that. This is cute. A little too fall-esque, but still cute. I also like this one. It's Chinese, right? And these are cute. These are cute. All very cute fall, or not fall, like beige kind of earth tones. I like that. And then I'm not gonna get any of this. But this way we're gonna get closer to, well, we'll get some miles for purchasing things, I think, and then also closer to getting the app to purchase from. And I'm not sure if this counts for the upgrade for the Nook shop in the future. It might not count, but it's fine. We even get miles. Oh, what else? Ah, we've spent more than 5,000 belts. Nice. Okay, and this should definitely be enough for my house, right? What would you like to talk about? My moving fees. 5,000. Okay, I'm ready to pay. And then let's see, we'll probably be able to choose the color of our roof, right? Well, I actually like the tent, so I'm gonna say it's great, but we're definitely gonna get the house. And then maybe we can choose a yellow roof. There's no white roof, I think, but yellow should be an option. Okay, okay, stop talking. Oh, I don't get to choose? Or do I just need to talk to him again? About my home. Okay, so I could technically keep a tent, right? Would it be possible to, well, would it be possible to actually complete an island without upgrading to the home? I mean, you could never use any pathing or codes. And you could not have any other villagers apart from the starters. I'm not sure that's possible. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to upload a DA. Yellow. What else is there, though? Okay, green would also be cool. Let's go for yellow. That's kind of the color I mostly associate with spring. It feels weird to be just after Christmas and to be creating a spring core island. I mean, it's not typical spring core, I guess. It's supposed to be a farm village. My other name for the island, I was considering very intensely, by the way, was thyme, which I think is very, very sweet. I chose Cresco though, because I think thyme is more spring related and Cresco is more farm related. And I kind of have the idea, I'm not sure I'm gonna do it, but I wanted to keep the option open to be able to use this island once it's complete, of course, and then towards fall of this year, not upgrade, but basically adapt the island to make it a fall farm, no terraforming island. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd keep all the major stuff, but I could change a little bit of the color palette. Maybe I could switch out some trees and crops to suit the farm vibes, not the farm, the fall vibes a bit more, and just maybe some items. And then I'd basically have a DA for, I'd probably leave the DA for my spring farm village. But then I can maybe record a video either of the process of switching seasons basically, or an island tour video, because there wouldn't be a separate DA for the farm, for the fall version. But you get the idea, right? That's why I chose Cresco in the end, because I think that works a bit better for spring and fall, whereas I liked thyme better for the only spring idea, but I didn't want to leave the idea or the option open to turn it into a fall farm island. I'm having issues with pronouncing the word fall and farm for some reason. All right, I'm just gonna grind. Okay, that's actually as far as we get. with the grinding. I'm gonna collect the wood that I've chopped down, and then I think I'm gonna skip to the next day because we're gonna have our little house, and then Blathers should also be here. And I think then the next step would be the shop, I believe. Before traveling to the next day, I did actually want to craft a watering can and water my flowers. That should also give me some miles. And then what else can I craft? Oh, I can finally make the workbench. That's good. That's gonna be useful. Alright, I put down my workbench and all the other items that I could already craft. It's not too much, but it's gonna help getting to 3 stars nonetheless. I don't remember where I planted my flowers. Oh, here they are. They just look like weeds. What was it? Windflowers, I think? Or was it pansies? Alrighty. Nah, I don't think this one got any water. Alright, I think this is enough. There's nothing else we can do without time traveling. I think this is also a good moment to end this first episode. The next one is probably also going to be of a similar style where we still need to take all the steps to get to the 3 stars. I'm not gonna include all the grinding and stuff, but like the major steps like building the shop and the first campsite visitor and so on. I'm definitely gonna include that into the videos, and then once we get to 3 stars, then the focus is gonna be on the decorating alone. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about the theme. If you have any specific build ideas or hints or something that you can already let me know, or some codes that you would recommend, then also put those down in the comments. I'm really looking forward to this new project, to this new island, and I hope you are too. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, whatever. we don't need him. Thank you for watching. I really hope you're gonna be back in the next video. Take care. Until I see you again. Goodbye.